Bronx, another raid on another makeshift migrant shelter.
Yeah, our Anthony DiLorenzo just arrived on the scene. Anthony, what have you learned?
I spoke with the man who was charging $300 a month to the migrant men from Africa. We'll give you a look. This is the same man, by the way, who was charging the migrants in Richmond Hill, Queens, that we told you about yesterday. This is the location here on East Kingsbridge Road. You can see this is a bunch of storefronts, really in the downtown area of Fordham. And inside that room where you see an officer guarding that door right there is where dozens of migrant men just left. They were evacuated within the last few hours by the FDNY. So essentially, they got a complaint initially from neighbors here that there were all e-bikes being stored right outside this location. So when the FDNY came to check that out, that's when they made this discovery. About 45 beds inside of this makeshift shelter here. Approximately 60 men were living there. I talked to one of them briefly as he left. He said that he's been here for about 2 months. But let's give you a look here. This is just how busy this area is where they have been living. Certainly good access to transportation, to food, to different shopping areas. And the migrants said that they preferred to live here rather than the city-run shelters because the amenities, if you can believe it, are better. However, the conditions inside extremely cramped at this point. 45 beds in a very small, tight area. Giving you a look now across the street where some of those men have gathered, their suitcases all packed up, and we believe they're waiting for a city bus to come and possibly bring anyone who wants to an intake center in Manhattan. That is what happened at least yesterday when we had that raid happening in Richmond Hill. Again, the man that was running this says that he was collecting $300 a month from these migrants because he wanted to give them a better opportunity here in America. A fellow immigrant himself, he says he was collecting that money, upwards of $25,000 from one location each month to possibly get them better housing in the future. I spoke with him on the phone. He plans on coming up here as well to see what's going on. And I asked him if he has any more locations as well. He wouldn't answer that, but certainly something the city is now investigating. That's the latest live here in Fordham. I'm Anthony DiLorenzo.